Okay. I have been noticing on YouTube that it seems to be common knowledge that bamboo inside the home grows to 4 feet tall at the most, is what YouTube seems to be the prevailing wisdom. Well, I have in my aquariums, and here's an aquarium light in my aquarium, grown lucky bamboo to well over 4 feet. In fact, this one, I got one in a glass here, which I'll get to in a second, but this one right beside it, which is in the aquarium, is probably approaching 4 feet by itself. It, comes out and then goes below the aquarium and then back up. But it's getting pretty long in itself. Like I said, it'd be up here somewhere if it was straight. But it curves and bends and goes all over the place. So, but I think that one of the main things isn't the water or even so much what is in the water, but air. Oxygenating, got tongue tied on that one, didn't I? Oxygenated? You get the idea. Water. So, I use some airline that connects to a air pump, and it's a little more extreme than I would like it to be, but yeah, it doesn't want to settle. I think that you don't need to change the water all the time, basically shocking it with new water all the time, if you've got air. That's all I'm going to do with this little one here is top it up. When the water line goes low, I'll take some more from the aquarium because it is a variegated. My variegated bamboo is limited, so I will take the water from the aquarium. But it's just a wine glass that it's growing in now. Just put it in there a few minutes ago, and we will see if we can't get this one to at least this big. If not, more like this one. Okay, if I pan over this way, there's a golden knob there. You can see it just above that last curly piece. And of course, there's one on this side. That is 4 feet from the shelf that the aquarium is sitting on that this one is in. So this one's a little over 4 feet already. And I will pan down, coming down. This is the upper shelf, but it goes through that shelf. You can see the bars going across, holding up that. Yeah, goes through that shelf, on down to the aquarium. And it goes to the bottom of that aquarium. And like I said, comes down to this shelf here, where the aquarium sits. From that shelf up past this one, up to that gold bar there, just above that leaf, is 4 feet. And of course the camera's at an angle because, that is 2 or 3 feet off the floor. So this plant is up in the air about 8 feet. But from where its roots are in the bottom of that aquarium to that gold knob is 4 feet. So, this one is clearly beyond 4 feet. And that is the point I want to make. That is actually one of my shorter ones. I'll pause again and come back over. Okay. That was one of my shorter Lucky Bamboo. When I moved to this house, I cut everybody back drastically. This is basically one of the cuttings. It's for a little different reason. This one was hanging out over the aquariums into the kitchen, because that aquarium was actually in my kitchen. But it was sticking out, getting in the way. So I cut it off, and because it's curly, I put it on my fridge for a few months. So this one's, I cut a bunch of it off and everything and stuck it to the fridge. And then when I moved here, I decided to put it in the aquarium. That was a couple of years ago. These smaller leaves down here was about where it was. Now, it took it 2 years to get these larger leaves. You can kind of see where the leaves suddenly start getting bigger. That's been here about 2 years it put on that. But like I said, it was like a top cutting that got shortened up to fit on the fridge. And it's, I don't know, 3 feet long maybe in itself, but it's all curly. This one is now in a glass, and it's just a little thing. But we will see. If we can't get this variegated to at least 4 feet and ideally beyond. Air. A little bit of air tubing in your container. I don't think the water's got to be, 10 gallons, 55 gallons. But I think it needs to be oxygenated. And that does not sound like I'm saying it right, but it's the best I can do. So I won't be changing out all the water. I'll just be topping it off as the plant uses it in evaporation. And we will see just how tall I can get this particular Lucky Bamboo. Follow along if you like. I hope you do. But for now, I will let you go.